Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the End of Journey program. And with me I have two very important guests, Dr. Abdul Majid Khatmi and Abdullah Muhammad. We've been discussing dying compassionately and pro-life. We've had a very lively and important discussion. What I want my guests to do now is to summarize dying compassionately, and we'll come back to this topic inshallah in the foreseeable future. So I would like to ask Dr. Abdul Majid, you've heard about some of the discussion we've had about dying compassionately. Would you like to summarize some of that discussion and add any other bits that you want?
Well, as I mentioned before, I mean, you die following the teaching of Islam. Very important. وَالشَّهَادَةِ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ مُحَمَّدٌ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. Then compassionately, I mean, I touched on it before about family around you. Not to die lonely. Die lonely is very serious today among especially non-Muslim. Breaks the heart, cause depression. You know, even suicide, people kill themselves, old people, etc. Die compassionately with, as I said before, with the will done, with the family blessed around you, and to be pleased with your children, if you are father or mother, to give them the blessing, not to be angry with your children, to forgive and forget. You know, I think Islam is so beautiful. Compassion, in fact, this beautiful word you use, compassionately, is in every aspect of the teaching of Islam. Subhanallah. Compassion. Compassion husband to wife, compassion father to children, compassion Muslim to neighbor, compassion to animal, compassion to the environment. You know, all Islam based on these humane, compassionate things. And this, I just remember, I didn't send it to you, I wrote one day to non-Muslim Christian, I work with them against killing patient, etc., against suicide, the best death for the Muslim, you know.
Can I ask you, Sheikh? I have dealt with quite a few end-of-life cases. When my mother was in hospital, she used to tell us, I'm getting visits every day, twice a day. There are people who are alone. They don't get visits in a week, in a month. Now, how do we deal with this? We need to visit them.
Subhanallah, you mentioned that. I always admire the English culture in visiting patients. I don't know, I saw it a lot when I was doctor in hospital. You know, card, the flower, visiting. I feel reluctant to say Muslims are doing it properly, to visit Muslim patient. I think a body, beautiful new body like Eden Care, to organize, to inform, to publicize, whether, you know, website, email, and Facebook, etc. Muslims have got a lot of potential. They are not used. A lot of potential for voluntary work, for charity, for, you know, for visiting patients. Visiting patient, this beautiful hadith, angel will be with you. Angel next to the bed of the patient. They will be all praying for you. Subhanallah. We need to educate more Muslims about the importance of visiting, especially if someone lonely or cut off from family, and you need to publicize where I go, which hospital, what's the name of the patient.
It's hard to go into hospitals.
You need to go into that.
It's hard to go into hospitals
but even
without authorization, without the ID, without the, you know, the DBS checks.
But could be arranged.
It could be arranged.
They love, I'm sure, doctor and nurse love to see someone visiting this patient.
You know,
love that.
Eden Care wants to do that,
I believe, Abu Bayd, nothing is stopping us. You know, as Muslims, it's our right to do that.
You can't just walk in.
You take permission.
But can you walk into a hospital and just do visits?
We can try. We must try, because most of the people in these places, especially within the NHS, they will allow visitors unless you're not harming anybody. They're not going to stop you. Go during the times. If you know someone, if you hear about something, like even with Peter Chatfield, who passed away 3 years ago now, rahimahullah.
But Peter Chatfield consented to the visits.
He consented the whole world.
Yeah. So
and they came.
So the referral has to come. Otherwise, you can't just walk in.
But the
because
actual
there are
act itself,
safeguarding issues.
It's the actual act itself that we need to hold on to, and we shouldn't stop it because of any barriers that may
There
be
are barriers.
in place.
Unfortunately, there are barriers.
I don't know.
We have to persevere.
Worried too much about it. I used to work as a doctor in hospital. I say, if I know a patient, I feel unhappy, no one visiting him. Simple thing, you mentioned consent. In this society in Britain, they see a patient lonely, no visitor. They ask him, would you like? If he's Muslim, would you like a Muslim visitor? He will say, yes, I'm dying to have someone. They inform, they need some center, some helpline to tell we have a Muslim who love to be visited. Okay. By the way, not only Muslim, anybody in the hospital loves him.
Can I say, you've got Newham Hospital, Royal London Hospital, Whipps Cross Hospital, all of them are part of the new Barts Trust. How many organizations are able to go in before they come up with big walls? Because you can't do this,
Why
you can't.
You say big walls?
Big walls.
The hospital would love to see some visitors as a patient. What about the chaplain in hospital, Muslim chaplain?
Yeah.
He can be a good link.
Yeah. This is it. We need to utilize that, because
easy utilizing.
Many NHS practices, hospitals, they have chaplaincies, and just like how we have prayed in the chaplaincy for every Friday for Salatul Jummah, there are provisions available, but we have to.
If I could just be devil's advocate here, if the hospitals say we have the chaplaincy to go and do the visits, we don't need the community to go and do the visits. Is that sufficient?
Then we should campaign for Muslim chaplains, and that requires training.
No, these are Muslim chaplains.
You shouldn't say no. He should ask you, get me some Muslim visiting this patient.
That's correct.
Two Muslim
one person or two person cannot see the entire, the people who are terminally ill and sick and don't get visits. Those kinds of visits need to be open. I'm afraid to say that apart from the families and friends, and those who do not have families and friends are not accessing that sort of important service of accessing people to go and visit them. That's what I'm saying.
So you need to introduce your Eden Care to a hospital administrator and to the nurse and others. We are here to help. They know is therapeutic. Let me put it in my psychology.
Yes.
Visiting a patient is therapeutic.
Sheikh, when my mother was unwell, she used to tell us to go and visit all these other patients, Muslims or non-Muslims, give them some grapes. They were so happy. They were so happy.
There are many generation who are beginning to pass now, who are supporting us as new immigrants, as Muslims, and they are passing away. So that's a beautiful example there, Abu Bayd, that we are to even visit the non-Muslims who may be in the same ward.
My access was, my mother was there, so I could go in and visit. You will be stopped. So can I have a commitment from yourself that maybe Eden Care will initiate that contact?
If we get the request, the referral, we go out and visit. This is our charity work. This was part of what we do. Now, especially with modern media methods on
Social
Facebook,
media
when we see there's a person who's passing away, who's dying, and they are requesting visits, we go out and we find them and we make the visit.
There's thousands of people in Royal London Hospital, Newham Hospital, and Whipps Cross, and all these other hospitals. I'm just saying we need to open them up for visits in a safeguarding way.
In a legal way,
yeah,
with consent. But let me put it in this blunt way: if we want to do the work as you're saying and neglect it, nothing wrong. Eden Care, even any organization, Muslim, mosque, etc. We like to visit, send letter, email. Can you give us a list? Especially if you want first Muslim. We are ready to visit non-Muslim, by the way, as a Muslim.
Yes.
You went through official channel, and their job to get consent from the patient. But at the end of the day, I don't see anybody on the door of the ward. Who are you? Why are you coming to visit? Any visitor they allow to go and see the patient. Why you make it? I see you making it so difficult. Any visitor allowed to go.
Sheikh, because
they don't check why you coming. Who are you?
Because there are difficulties. There are difficulties, and we can discuss that difficulty a bit more at another show.
Maybe.
Because I want to move on to the next important topic, pro-life. And I wanted to ask you, Sheikh, what do you mean by pro-life? Please explain. And what we'll try to do, because we have limited time, we'll try to summarize it so that we can have more discussion, inshallah, on pro-life.
As I was saying before, we consulted on this in the beginning, and now we're moving pro-life to keep person alive.
Yeah.
Pro-life in the West, among non-Muslim, mean life is sacred. You are not allowed to kill the baby in the tummy of the mother. You are not allowed to kill the patient in hospital. So no abortion, no assisted suicide, which is not legal. They're trying to make it legal.
How are they making it legal?
They put the bill in Parliament, supported by Member of Parliament, supported by Lord in the House of Lords. And we have been picketing, Parliament with Christian and other. So this is a big topic. Maybe we'll discuss suicide, assisted suicide one day. So pro-life means sacred of life. Christian leading the campaign. And I was shocked not to find Muslim. And I linked with them for 25 years or more. Islam, life is sacred. You are not allowed to kill anyone, baby unborn, or old patient, cancer patient, terminally ill patient. So they're fighting like hell. This Christian, but the opposition is getting stronger.
Why is Islam against abortion, Sheikh?
I need one hour.
It's an obvious question, but let me ask you.
This will need 1 hour to discuss the detail.
No, you just summarize.
First, the principle in Islam, no killing to any human being, Islam, pro-life, because first, in fact, Islam, I made a paper, pro-life, I put so many issues in Islam that for life. Although in this life, we're working for the real life as an afterlife. But you work hard in this life for your life, etc. First, Islam, or ayat, ahadith, life is sacred. Do not kill, for example, your children, so many ayat, etc. in the Quran. Then never, ever, at time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a case to allow abortion or kill a child.
Can I ask then, isn't it not permitted in some cases for abortion to happen?
Islam, Quran, and Sunnah.
Yes.
Both Quran and Sunnah, no single line, no single statement, not at the time Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, 23 years, revelation, Quran, incident in life, never ever there was a case kill. How can be Islam merciful to allow killing of any unborn or born?
So not even if the mother,
now
she's going to
coming to reality now.
Yeah, yes.
This came later. Ijtihad, as they say, scholar.
Yeah.
They sat together. They gave the only fatwa 30 years ago, something like this, only when the life of the mother is in danger.
Yes.
This. But again, this is not in Quran, not in Hadith. And when I used to talk about this subject, I say, life of the mother in danger, first, Allah knows when the mother is going to die. Second, you get second, third medical opinion. Third, I can, with medical technology, take the mother to hospital, stay for the period, doctor, watching, observing, dealing with her life. We want both to be alive. She can carry on without jumping, as some people say, let her die. The other point puzzled me. There are hadiths about women, shahida, martyr, when she died
in birth,
in pregnancy or birth.
Yes.
fascinating
Yeah.
in Islam. But you don't take a step to allow the mother to die.
I think this sorry.
Or to allow the child to die. I mean, usually they say mother more important.
Well, nowadays you have a lot of technology to
That's
have
it.
the
A
cesarean,
lot of
and
technology,
and
yeah.
But just to interject and not to skirt around the very common issue in this country is that when the opposite argument for pro-choice being the opposite to pro-life, which is taught in schools as well, about when is it permissible, according to the law of the land, is it possible to take to terminate a pregnancy?
6 months.
So,
Up to 6 months.
So Islamically, would it be a justifiable reason to terminate a pregnancy?
There's nothing in Islam, Quran, Hadith, Prophet Muhammad way to justify one case of abortion. Nothing. And Islam based on Quran and Sunnah. Fuqaha, Allah bless them with respect to many of them, they don't know all this medical stuff. What happened in abortion? Do you know abortion?
tell us what happens in abortion. Before you go into this,
Unbelievable.
I want to ask you the next question. When is a fetus, and when do they turn into a
I see what you
child?
mean.
Yeah.
First, in Islam, life starts from fertilization.
Mm-hmm.
Sperm of the husband with egg of the wife at moment, secret fertilized. First.
Yes.
Second, there's second stage. This maybe is less criminal if you terminate the fertilized egg. The second important stage, 6-week pregnancy about this size.
6 weeks, about this size, yeah.
About this size, 2 cm, 1.5
Yeah.
cm. 6-week pregnancy, there are a lot of hadiths, and some scholars link the soul breathes 6 weeks, although the common Muslim opinion, which I believe is wrong. Some fuqaha, and I'm making my medical research on this soul at 6 weeks. There are hadiths, if you put them together, 6-week pregnancy. But common Muslim opinion in the Muslim world, unfortunately, 120 days has got soul. So importance is that soul in or not to decide about if you need to do it. You know what I mean? I subscribe to the 6-week, If you have strong, important reason before, just the day before or during the first 6 weeks. But unfortunately, may Allah forgive me, forgive them, some mufti or ulama say 120 days got soul. But, as I said, collecting hadith, some Muslim mufti in the past and today, Asia, Pakistan, they found it 6 weeks, the soul. So, but this doesn't mean if you know the soul is in, it obviously it's more criminal when the soul is in. But why you link the soul you should kill unborn baby? Why? There is no link with that.
So you're using the language of it's a baby. Yeah.
Human being.
Yeah, human being. It's a human being.
Very important.
Yeah, and because it's a human being, it's killing of a human
It's
being.
killing. And 6-week pregnancy,
Yeah.
do something, almost all organ you got, I got.
The baby has it.
Baby.
Okay.
Matter after enlargement, growth, development. This is fair. Second, fascinating thing medically, at 6 weeks, suddenly EEG, electric recording of the brain, stay with you till you die. Electric recording of the brain, personhood happening. 6 weeks, we have video, we have slide, fascinating. You got all organs, the eye, the heart, the skin, the muscle, the bone, and there's hadith.
So-
prophetic saying what organ, how the organ form at 6 weeks.
So in the UK, somebody can
Up to 6 months.
6 months.
And they say you need a doctor, 1 or 2 doctors to testify. They go about this issue. I'm feeling
Subhanallah.
depressed. I cannot cope. I don't want to have baby.
There are premature babies being born at 5-6 months. And
The
6
premature-
months
premature.
would be the legal
Yeah.
limit for termination.
Every day, remember, 600 baby. Do you know what religions I got? You're going to be shocked now. Every baby killed in abortion is a Muslim.
How?
No, did you know that?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Do you know?
All babies.
All baby are Muslim. The mother Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu. all baby on this planet are Muslim because the Prophet Muhammad said, when he's born, parents make him Christian or Jew or any other religion. So we need to defend this baby.
How big is this child at the age, let's say 6 months? You said 6 weeks.
Well, I prefer to bring you what you call it, fetal model next time if you want.
Palm of one's hand.
Yeah. 6 months.
So they would be more developed, a lot more developed.
I said from 6 weeks and to 6 months. And now, you know the criminal law in Britain, what else also? 9 months.
9 months.
Kill the baby, abortion, if there is disability or handicap. She got 5 minutes to give birth, kill, abortion. And you know, we could be wrong in diagnosing disability handicap, and a lot of disability handicap, first all organ, generally, for many of them have got normal mental state. They have some physical disability, kill them, you know what I mean. So Islam based on mercy. There's nothing in Islam to kill. All this media onslaught on Islam, we are reinforcing the wrong idea that Islam is a killer religion. You got ISIS, you got here, you got terrorists, you got etc. And now we're moving to prove Islam kill also unborn baby. Unbelievable. You cannot have it. Islam based on mercy and compassion.
There are a lot of ethical issues here.
Yeah.
Because we don't have time, we have literally another few more minutes left. I mean, on the issue of disabled children, you know, having them terminated, and I've seen some of the horrific pictures of them, you know, how the babies are cut out. And also I was going to talk about euthanasia. A lot of people now, and there's a discussion that to do with inheritance. The inheritors, if the parents fall ill, they are the most keen, or some of them, to have their life ended of their loved one so they can get possession, wealth. And there are
insurance.
and there are insurance.
Another big motive today
So
to kill your relative.
So promoting
indirectly.
Yeah. So promoting life, be it a child, be it your parents or your elderly sick, is very, very important.
It's our Islamic rights, and we have to practice it.
Because otherwise it's going to come to us or the unborn child. I'm going to give you all a minute each to wrap up the show. Muhammad, I'm going to start with you. So inshallah, if you could wrap up what you've learned, summarize.
Well, compassion in our deen is what Allah says in the Quran. We implement it in our lives. We do it through our charity even as well. Allah has mentioned in the Quran that we should, we pray to Allah that He looks after our parents as they looked after us when we were young.
Jazakallah khair. Now I'm going to ask Sheikh if you could just summarize the show, inshallah.
The whole show?
No, just summarize. You have a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, well, first he was mentioning pro-choice. Islam is pro-choice for the right way. They think we don't have choice, so those for abortion choice. You have no choice. Life sacred. God created. You didn't create the life. So we are pro-choice for the right, for the Islamic, for the thing like this. You mentioned pro-life is a big subject.
We will discuss it
We
extensively.
need to discuss it and bring you real size, what you call plastic model of the baby in different stage of pregnancy to show it and how abortion is done. Unbelievable. Baby cut 20, 30 pieces. Remember that. Cut 20, 30 pieces. Leg, arm, etc. Big thing Muslims do not know.
Okay.
A lot of women, non-Muslims, they don't know.
Okay, we're going to be educating our viewers, inshallah, about pro-life a lot more, and we'll be discussing euthanasia. Because of time, we have to come to an end. If you've been watching the show and you want to make a referral, discuss an end-of-life issue, pro-life issue, please email us on endofthejourney@chsuk.tv. Please watch the show next week. We're going to be discussing very important topics around terminal illness, end of life and burial. Thank you very much for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.